What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now Plus. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about Assassin's Creed Black Flag. But I want to talk about me going into the game, kind of my story and what to kind of expect over the next little while. I did this with Assassin's Creed Origins, and it was kind of a fun video idea that seemingly worked. So Black Flag, at the time I'm recording this, I played actually way more than I played of Assassin's Creed Origins when I made that video. But I was so, burnt by Assassin's Creed at the time of Black Flag that I don't think I ever really appreciated it for what it was. When I think of my favorite Assassin's Creed games, I still think back to basically the Ezio collection or the Ezio trilogy to Brotherhood Revelations. I really did enjoy Origins, by the way. I just think, back to that. And when people bring up that Black Flag is their favorite, I say, well, I like the ship stuff. And that's pretty much all I say, because that's a lot of what I ended up playing with this game. I bought it, I owned it, and I don't know if I actually still own it. I can't really find the disc as of right now, but I went through that. And I also played this game quite a bit with my cousin when he would let me play, and I would play a lot of the ship stuff. I actually kind of stopped, I feel like, rather early in this game when I played it. I was burned from Assassin's Creed 3. I've told this story before in some of the live streams, but Assassin's Creed 3 for me just not only did it not hit, but it really turned me off the franchise, honestly, for a long time. Because I didn't play, once I got done with 3, I played Black Flag, but I didn't play all the way through, and I really don't think I gave it as much credit as it does deserve when people say, it's their favorite Assassin's Creed game. I don't doubt them at all, because now I'm going in super open mind. I'm ready to enjoy myself, but I really, that game I did buy and I did play, didn't make it all the way through, and then from that point on, I was out until Origins. That's when I actually jumped back in. But as I've said, in that origin story for Origins, I played maybe 3, 4, 5 hours of Origins, and then I stopped. My wife, we bought Odyssey and Valhalla, and we bought Origins, but my wife played Odyssey and Valhalla, and I just watched. She put in like 50 plus hours on both those games. I just didn't actually touch the controller. So my history with Assassin's Creed has always been very up and down. And there's actually multiple empty spots in my knowledge of the franchise. I've kept up, I know Unity and Syndicate and Rogue and all that. So but at the same time, I haven't touched any of those games. So Black Flag, I'm going back in. I've been doing this thing, in 2022 where I'll play, seemingly an older game. Depends on, your definition of the word old. But I'll play it, and then I do kind of a essay retrospective video on the main channel, and I did that for Origins, had a blast, people seem to like it, and now I'm going to do the same thing. So again, at the time of recording this, I haven't started it. I downloaded it yesterday, my time, real time, and I'm going to start playing it. By the time you guys see this video, I will, already be in it. And the way I tend to do it with these kind of games, I like to do everything. I mean, Origins, I put in a lot of hours. I didn't do, I probably did maybe 80% of the things in Origins. I didn't do the DLC, though, so I guess maybe that's a mark against my grade. But for Black Flag, I intend to do quite a bit. And I think, again, this is good. I enjoy doing this, and I enjoy giving specifically some of these Assassin's Creed games second chances. I'm not one of those. Obviously, we're in this era where, every bad game or every bad movie was secretly, amazing, and we just didn't kind of view it right. I do believe, things that we once thought of as bad can still be bad modern day. I don't think everything has to, seemingly be so amazing all of a sudden, but I do think a lot of these Assassin's Creed games suffer from that because of the era, because of how often these games came out. For me specifically, again, when I was younger. This was back, 2013, 14, maybe 12. I don't remember. I think Black Flag was 2014, though. I mean, during that time, that was 8 years ago. I was a lot younger back then, and I was busy, and I was also in the mindset where it's Assassin's Creed 3 did not work, so why am I going to put my time into this? And I held that against the game. With that being said, I always viewed that ship combat as incredible. I loved the ship combat. When I describe my dream, Pirates of the Caribbean open world RPG game, people say, well, the closest game to that, Alex, is Black Flag. That game exists. I mean, it's not exactly what I want, but it's as close to your pitch as you can get. And I think, wow, I didn't give the game much time of day back then. And another reason, honestly, why I'm doing this, I think it's probably best for me to have at least newer knowledge of the ship stuff, because although I did it back then, I didn't play it a lot, like a ton. I don't remember a lot of it, including the ship stuff and how things function. And obviously we have that, the little old Skull and Bones coming out in a little while. So I'm going to be getting that day one, even though it's probably a bad idea to do so. But I'm ready to go. And I think just probably, because ultimately if Black Flag's stuff is better, or the ship combat is better than Skull and Bones, it'll probably be good, where I can say, hey, I just played Black Flag, a month ago, and this game that almost is 10 years old, this game is better than Skull, and maybe it's not. In fact, I hope it's not. I hope Skull and Bones is better than Black Flag, but just in case, I should probably have that knowledge, at my disposal. So I'm very excited for it. Again, I'm on this Assassin's Creed kind of renaissance tour, doing Origins, going back now for Black Flag. I definitely want to hit the Rogue, Unity Syndicate era. Eventually, maybe do Odyssey, Valhalla. I also just want to replay the Ezio games at some point. I want to stick to games I haven't played yet, so a lot of these Assassin's Creed games I haven't played, but I do miss, that Ezio trilogy, and it's free on Game Pass. It's free on PlayStation Plus, so it's, wherever I want to play it, I can do it. So I'm thinking about going back to that as well, experiencing it all, but I don't want to get burned out. I don't want to play too many Assassin's Creeds back to back to back, because that's kind of what we all experienced in real time back in the early 2010s when these games came out every year, and it ended up hurting the franchise, right? Because people got burned out of the game. So I'm not going to do that to myself. But Black Flag is next, and I am very much excited for it. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know, your experiences with Black Flag. Once I'm done, you got to give me, a couple of weeks. But once I'm finished, I'll do a retrospective video on the main channel. I normally put a lot of effort and time into those videos, so that should be fun, and hopefully you guys watch that. But that'll be, a few weeks away. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you guys are subscribed, bell icon turned on so you know when all these videos go up, and I hope to see you all on the next one.